y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes.
Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch, they saying you switch you won't get it, you know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. I see it.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Here we go. Wait it in. 54 Mike. We own it. We own it. 8.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mike, 45. Hey, they're scared.
From the red zone now, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Bucs. 6-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
SOS.
Here's Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Undercrush. Hey, go.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Teddy, blue lady. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Yeah, that's what I do.
Winston now from the 50. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Mike, ready? Black 25 behind. Here we go. Switch. Mike 54. I got you.
from the red zone now. Winston. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Gerald McCoy. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5.
It's second down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch the safety creep. Come on. Stand back.
They'll run with Austin. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Slam. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 33-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
5 on the 50.
On the carry here, it's Austin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Out of the backfield, it's Austin. Pushing his way through. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Check even.
They'll try to throw now. Winston finds his target, the rookie Scott Miller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
A gain of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
You got tape.
They'll run on first down. Austin. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, watch it. Hey, 5 on the kick. Let me go.
Throwing. Winston. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Ready? White 25. 59. Record. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Third and short yardage. Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 26. Check 26. Out. Flip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check it out, Reed. Wait. Top go. Whip. Tommy. Watch the whip. Let me go. Do.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tavon Austin. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Newton now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 82 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now a give, right side. Blunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run with a tight end. It's Olsen. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, It's Austin, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check three.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? 88. 54. Let's get the ball. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Crunch. Check. Ready?
Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
Back.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Watch the ship. Check 3. Check 4.
Following the interception, Winston out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike by four. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
That's going to be a long day.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tavon Austin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. A little 360. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You.
Newton to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
I can't believe they even let you play. Gun.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, switch gears. Check. Flat down. Wait, 5-0.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Austin, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Mike, ready. Black, put it through that. No chance. Hey, stop. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 49. Check 49. Green, 17.
Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Gay's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, the set, ready? Watch my board. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll run on 1st down. Blunt, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ready? 180. 45. Here we go, G. Greg. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Flag. What is that? Check. 59. Quick talk. Come on. Monday. Say. Watch it. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down now. It's Austin. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? Black 25. 59. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Sunday. Switch. Hey, let's go.
Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Ready? White 25. Block 59. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 37. Hey, thumb. Big air. 81. Check 9. 36. Let's go.
On first down, Austin. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Chris Godwin 35 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those.
And Winston lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think a lecture on ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Blount. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Double time. Double time. 3 down, 3 down.
This is McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it. Slam. 20. Get it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Room to run past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 16 yards, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. Step ready. Mike 45. Oh, here we go. Oh. Ready.
On first down, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Winston gives to Barber. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 43. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going from back to you. I'm going from back to you. Shoot! Watch the shoot! Wait.
Running with Barber out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch the screen. He's coming. We got that play. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
To throw is Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he's got it. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some time. Spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just shy of the goal line. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Alert 3. Check.
Now Blunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Newton. Escaping the and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
20. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 miles.
Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun. Check, Mike.
They snap it to Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready? Blue ready. 59. Hey, check.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Ready? Blue ready.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bucs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.